At guard, the 5'7" freshman from Delta, Ohio, number 3, Taylor Covington. At 4, 5'11" redshirt senior from Gas City, Indiana, number 11, Erica Ford. At guard, 5'7" grad student from Greensburg, Indiana, number 13, Tyra Whitaker. And at guard, 5'7" redshirt junior from Western Ohio, number 20, Bethany Ward. Head coach of the Warriors, Jesse Biggs. Assistant coaches, Taylor Biggs, Denver Gray, and Sam Stein.
And with that, we welcome you to the first round of the NAIA tournament. The Indiana Tech Warriors playing host to this first round and the second round tomorrow. Now, it is single elimination, so the loser will not be playing tomorrow. However, Indiana Tech will host here at the Schaefer Center tomorrow regardless. They take on Bryan College today. It's a matchup between Bryan College of Tennessee, who is 27-4, and Indiana Tech, who comes into this game at 26-5, regular season champions of the WAC Conference. Of course, they did fall in the championship game in the WAC Conference tournament. The tip is won by the Lions of Bryan College, and we are underway. An early touch for Samantha Russell. Indiana Tech men did win today in their first round game, so they'll move on to the second round tomorrow. Just so happens, men's head coach Ted Albert is not too far away from me. Able to keep her dribble there was Caitlin Hennessy. That shot is blocked. Foy got a piece of it. And stepping out of bounds was Alyssa Molaski, native of Lebanon, Tennessee. And Indiana Tech will take over. Here's Taylor Covington, the freshman. She was the WAC Conference Newcomer of the Year, and what a season Taylor Covington had. She gets fouled here. It's going to go against the Lions. Looked like they called it on Alyssa Molaski. Inbound does go to Genevieve Decker. Oh, they just got it to Whitaker. She was thinking about letting it fly. Whitaker's been shooting the three at over 40% for the season. So is Taylor Covington. Shot clock's down to 8, and Indiana Tech is basically getting a taste of their own medicine here. However, Erica Foy able to draw the foul. Usually it's Indiana Tech forcing teams to take the shot clock down. This time Indiana Tech takes the shot clock down, but they'll get a couple of free throw chances out of it. Foy cashes in on the first one. Erica Foy goes 2 for 2. Warriors on the board first in this one. Now the Lions will come back down the court. Caitlin Hennessy down the floor gives that one off to Molaski. Molaski into the paint, beats Covington, but missed the shot. Decker chasing after it, out of bounds, Tech ball. Touched last by Molaski. Bethany Worm sets the screen. Covington goes the other way. There to pick her up defensively is number 24, Katie Farrell. Decker puts it on the deck, has it knocked away and taken away by Bryan. Samantha Russell comes away with the steal. Hennessy down the floor. Cross-court pass, she finds Katie Farrell, and Farrell with the air ball. Nobody's made a shot from the field. Oh, my goodness. Foy right along the baseline, able to save it. Decker in transition, missed the floater, taps it back out. Covington's there. She'll let it fly. Short on the three. Decker boards it and puts it in. Genevieve Decker doing work on the glass. Decker took 2 shots in that possession, and in the end she puts back Covington's miss, but with the blow-by there is Caitlin Hennessy. There's Whitaker back down the floor. She'll give that one off to Covington. Whitaker, oh, they zip it inside. That was a tight pass by Worm, and Decker was fouled on the way up. Genevieve Decker, or excuse me, Bethany Worm fired in that chest pass. Oh, Decker had it rim out a little bit short on the free throw. It's postseason time really for basketball across the board, except the NBA. They're still in the regular season. Hennessy down the floor. Hands that one off to Molaski. Three ball is good. Destiny Kasner, one of the top scorers on this Dayton team, gives the Lions their first lead of the game. Foy zips it out to Whitaker. Covington will try again. Short. But Decker with another offensive board. She's got 2 of those already. Covington, the step back, too strong. Lions take over, up 1. Indiana Tech saw their conference season, so to speak, come to an end when Rochester came in here and knocked them off in the sectional championship game. But at least one more game, possibly 2 for the Warriors. They got to get past this one if they want to get to the second round. Shot clock's down to 7. Hennessy on the drive, right over Decker, and a foul. Indiana Tech had a similar possession earlier this half. Erica Foy got fouled with 4 on the shot clock, and the same thing happens here to Caitlin Hennessy. Tori Brooks, sophomore out of Baxter, Tennessee, comes into the ball game. And she gets the shooter's roll. Hennessy is out of Athens, Tennessee, not to be confused with Athens, Georgia. If you're a college football fan or college sports fan in general, you might know what Athens, Georgia is known for. It's a town that most Tennesseans probably do not like too well, at least when it comes to college sports. Catch and shoot 3, Whitaker a little bit long. Foy has the offensive board for the Warriors. Whitaker wanted another step back, but that was Hennessy closing in on her. Now Whitaker fires and hits. 2 chances, second time's a charm. Hennessy fouled on the floor, and that's going to be on Covington. Well, now the Warriors will get Juliana Burris in off the bench. She'll take the place of Taylor Covington. That 3 by Whitaker, which you just saw moments ago, was the first Warrior 3 of this game. Destiny Kasner has the lone 3 for Bryan. Bryan College, by the way, is out of Dayton, Tennessee. Oh, nice shot, left-handed hook. Destiny Kasner. And Bryan is right back in front. Mostly man-to-man defense so far for Bryan. But so far they are running with the Warrior players. Halfway up in the air, Whitaker got the pass off, and Decker drew the foul. Again, the Warriors working the shot clock down. They got it down to 8 seconds that time. Nevaeh Majors checks into the game. Decker went 0 for 2 on her last trip to the stripe, but that will not happen this time. Native of New Baltimore, Michigan. She goes 2 for 2. Majors across the timeline for Bryan. She goes baseline, missed the shot. Put back won't go, but a foul. Juliana Burris, well, a couple of times these last few Bryan possessions, Warriors had chances to get stops, and because of fouls, they were not able to. Well, Corinne Smith is going to check into the ball game, and this is a usual occurrence. Smith often gets in off the bench rather early in the game. If I'm not mistaken, she's averaging about 16 minutes per game as a sophomore. Make that 17 minutes as a sophomore. 0 for 2. That didn't even hit the rim. Bethany Worm had an easy rebound. The downside is that rebound will not go into her stat sheet for tonight. The upside is it is Warrior ball, and in the end, they do get a stop. Whitaker goes inside to Worm. Worm backing in. Too strong. Smith gets the offensive board and throws it away. The takeaway by Tori Brooks. Cross-court pass, and Smith gets in the way for the steal. Whitaker trying to cross her up. She's fouled by Molaski. Lions will get a sub in off the bench. That is number 24, Katie Farrell. So Whitaker will get her first free throws of the game. Able to connect on the first one. She's shooting the free throw at 82%. I want to correct myself from earlier. She's shooting the three at 39%, so not quite 40, but close to it. Whitaker goes 2 for 2 from the line here. A drive to the basket, left-handed shot. Hennessy won't go, and Burris was right in position for that board. Worm able to help her out. Foy lobs it. Worm in position. Oh, couldn't hit, but kept alive by Burris. Not for long. Off of Burris and out of bounds. Leah Majors had some trouble with that ball there for just a second. This is an all-Tennessee roster for Bryan College. Again, they are from the town of Dayton, Tennessee. Not to be confused with Dayton, Ohio. Of course, Dayton, Ohio is home to its own college, Dayton University, the Flyers. Paul is poked away. Smith got a hand on it. The shot clock at 1. The three won't fall, and Foy has the rebound. Whitaker down the floor. Foy, the crossover, pull-up jumper, yes! Smooth stroke, Erica Foy. Foy's got her first field goal of the game. Foy has been a great contributor, especially in the post for the Warriors, as Hennessy commits the offensive foul. It certainly looked like she lowered the shoulder, and that's what the officials caught. Warriors take over up 4, 3:07 to go as Decker will give Bethany Worm a breather. Decker there to set the screen, and that's going to be a defensive foul. As Majors ran right into her, Decker looked like she was in pretty good position. That's Majors' first foul, and it's the 5th team foul, so Decker's going to go to the free throw line. Decker with a little shooter's roll there. Decker had some big offensive rebounds earlier in this first half. Keep plays alive. She goes 2 for 2 on that trip. Decker missed her first 2 free throws of the game, but her last 2 trips, she has not missed. Hennessy with the blow-by, puts it in. Caitlin Hennessy with a much-needed bucket for the Lions. Only down 4, but Indiana Tech had started to grab some momentum. They had scored the last 8 points, and now Whitaker off the mark. Well, if Whitaker gets going from downtown, This game could change in an instant. However, Bryan with a chance to get back-to-back buckets. Offensive foul. Alyssa Molaski looked like she threw the elbow into Whitaker. It's Burris across the timeline. Foy sets the screen for her. Whitaker will back it out. We approach the 2-minute mark here at the Schaefer Center. It's first round of the NAIA tournament. Shot clock's down to 9 seconds. Whitaker trying to get it to Decker, and Decker was fouled. Caitlin Hennessy got a hand up to knock the ball away, and I think she's going to be tagged with this foul, and indeed she is. 1:55 to play in the first quarter, and it's Decker back to the line. Well, I said earlier she had not missed since her early misses in the game when she went to the line for her first trip. That's her first miss in the last 5 attempts, but Decker knocks down the second one. Decker is up to 7 points for the game, mostly doing her scoring from the free throw line, as Destiny Kasner has it blocked. Gets it back, though. That shot is good by Tori Brooks. It's a one-score game here at the Schaefer Center. Decker trying to back in. Gives it to Foy on the outside. Foy finds Burris. Shot clock's down to 9. Foy, pull-up jumper. And it's good. Bounces in off the back iron. Hennessy trying to take Decker. Spins around. Oh, blocked. It's Decker, but did she foul her? She did. Jesse and Kylene Biggs are both jumping for joy initially, and then the foul was called. Bethany Worm into the game, and that will send Hennessy to the line. Bryan is coached by Gabe Johnson. He's a native of Chattanooga, Tennessee, and a graduate of Bryan College. Of course, Chattanooga, home to the Chattanooga Choo Choo. That's not just a song, it's also a resort. As Caitlin Hennessy knocks down the second free throw, goes 1 for 2 there. 58.9 seconds. See what Indiana Tech tries to do here. Obviously, the shot clock is still a factor. Very much so, in fact. Indiana Tech can't run the game clock all the way down. Well, they try to get the shot clock down to 2 or 3 seconds before they shoot it here. Burris through traffic. She traveled. Either it was Burris who traveled or it was Smith who traveled after catching the pass. Brooks dishes outside to Majors. Shot clock still a factor. However, Bryan with a chance to get this to a 2-point game or even a 1-point game as Farrell has it blocked by Erica Foy. It's out of bounds, though, off of Foy. Bryan keeps the possession with 22.5 on the clock, 11 to shoot. Kasner against Foy. Has it blocked and a foul. And that was on the shot, so Kasner's going to the free throw line. Destiny Kasner fairly quiet so far. She's got 5 points in the game. Of course, there's a lot of basketball left to be played. 5 points in 1 quarter really isn't that bad. But she's short on the free throw. Kasner averages 16.5 points per game. She goes 0 for 2, and now the shot clock is turned off. Indiana Tech can add to their lead and run the clock down in doing so. They're down to 8 seconds. Here's Whitaker. Foy sets the screen for Whitaker. The dish. Smith is open. Missed the three. Worm got it off. Oh, it was halfway down. Indiana Tech takes the lead. They were so close to adding to it. But we're back for the second quarter in just a moment on this broadcast of Warrior basketball.
Want to know the difference between dreaming and doing? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a Warrior. Want to know what it means to be a Warrior? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and walk a mile in a Warrior's shoes.
18-14, Indiana Tech on top of Bryan. Bryan College out of Dayton, Tennessee. A team that went 27-4 in the regular season. Had a conference record of 23-1. Erica Foy has Worm posting down low. They'll get it back to Foy up at the top of the key. Foy driving, lost the ball, it's out of bounds. Looked like it clearly went off of Foy. Destiny Kasner was there defending her. Native of Oak Ridge, Tennessee. And back down the floor comes Hennessy. Kasner using the screen. And they go back outside to Russell. Molaski gives it up to Hennessy. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Hennessy, long three. Off the mark, and Foy has the rebound and then gets fouled. Tori Brooks re-enters for the Lions. Indiana Tech regular season champions of the WAC Conference. Of course, they did lose to Rochester in the conference championship game right here on this very floor. Foy bobbled it initially, now goes for the jump shot and puts it in. Erica Foy sticks with it. That's Foy's third make from the field so far today. Brooks wants the three ball. It's off the mark, but an offensive board pulled down by Katie Farrell. Behind the back dribble, Hennessy. Late dish, basket's good. Katie Farrell puts it in. Whitaker is 1 for 4, I do believe, from beyond the arc. Had the look for the moment there. Now she'll step back from just inside the line and it won't fall. Destiny Kasner with the board for Bryan. Here's Hennessy down the floor. Behind the back dribble. Hennessy is fouled. Juliana Burris was defending her there. Corinne Smith checks back in for the Warriors. Hennessy comes up short there. So far, Hennessy's the leading scorer in this game for Bryan. She's scored 7 points so far. Goes 1 for 2. Whitaker around the screen from Foy. Foy sets the screen for Covington. She's open, and Covington hits. Covington with a step back to get herself open. And that's her first 3 of the game, first points of the game for the freshman out of Dublin, Ohio, who was the WAC Conference Newcomer of the Year. Russell leaning in, yes! Whitaker goes baseline. Here's Worm. They close in on her and Smith shot. And now Worm's going to be called for the foul. It was Destiny Kasner who brought the help side defense to slow Worm down. Hennessy guarded by Covington. Traveling is the call. It's going the other way. Samantha Russell was the one who turned it over. Covington has it blocked and taken away. That was Katie Farrell who got the steal for Bryan. Hennessy looking to get by Covington. Covington stays with her. Kasner, no good. Putback won't go, but a foul. Both Smith and Burris were in the area. They're going to get Burris for the foul. Juliana Burris commits her 3rd of the game. Katie Farrell checks to the free throw line. Unable to hit the first try. Farrell averages just over 8 points per game. But does hit the second one. Shooting the free throw at 59% coming into this game. Foy contested, blocked. Foy got it back and hits the turnaround jumper. Erica Foy has hit some tough shots in this game. Shots where it seemed like she was close to turning the ball over, and Foy was able to stick with it and get the bucket. That shot's off the mark. Offensive board, though, Katie Farrell. Hennessy has it poked away. Covington, and a foul is called. That's on Bryan. Looks like it's going to be on Hennessy, and Hennessy initially looked slow to get up, but she's back on her feet. And that comes with 5:51 to play. Covington looking for help. She finds it with Smith. Foy. Covington lets it fly. A little bit long in the three. Looked for a second like she had a chance to bank it home, but that one ends up being off the mark. Covington has 1 3 in the game so far. Rather low-scoring game for her, though. But she has shot it well for most of the season from beyond the arc. Here's Hennessy. A catch-and-shoot 3 for Samantha Russell. That comes up short. Foy gets to it. They go cross-court for Whitaker. She was open for a moment, steps inside, and missed the jumper. But Worm, looked like she had a chance at that thing. So get back on defense, though. Hennessy trying to get by Covington. Covington able to defend the shot, but Hennessy gets it back. And now she and Worm go to the deck, and I think Worm might be called for this foul. That's the 4th foul against Indiana Tech today. Lauren Barton will check in for the Warriors. Farrell into the paint. Gets around Barton, too strong. Barton had the board, kept alive by the Lions. Brooks with a floater. It's too strong. And this time Foy won the initial battle. Jump ball. Possession arrow favors favors Bryan, who's out of Dayton, Ohio. Not to be confused with the Dayton Flyers of Ohio. Sorry, I said that Bryan is from Dayton, Ohio. They're from Dayton, Tennessee. Brooks with the inbound, the catch made by Hennessy. Brooks off the catch and shoot, missed it, and Whitaker will chase it down. Whitaker going quick, finds Covington. Goes back out to Whitaker. Whitaker drives, slips it in to Barton, but Barton is fouled. Just the third team foul, and they're going to say that Barton was in the act of shooting on that foul. Barton unable to connect. Second one also short. I believe that's only the second time today that the Warriors have gone 0 for 2 from the stripe. It happened with Genevieve Decker earlier in the game. That's double dribble. Destiny Kasner lost the ball as she was dribbling, then started dribbling again. And the game comes Nevaeh Majors. Coming up on 4 minutes to play. Covington gives that one up to Whitaker. Whitaker around the screen from Barton. Covington, the step back jumper, it's short. Foy swats it out and out of bounds. It was Foy who touched it last. Very low scoring second quarter here with 3:44 to go. Bryan has scored 6 points this quarter. Indiana Tech 7. Warriors had an 18-14 lead at the end of the first quarter. Could be a close game all the way through. Bryan won 27 games in all the regular season. Driving inside is Russell. Russell puts it up, no good. That looked to be off of Smith, and the officials say it was. The fans don't like the call, but it certainly looked as though Smith touched it last. Oh, knocked away. Foy jumped the pass. Covington traveled. It's going back to the Lions. Remind you that coming up next we'll have Briar Cliff of Sioux City, Iowa, taking on Missouri Baptist. And we'll get a timeout called by Indiana Tech. While they take a timeout, check that. The timeout's called by Bryan. We'll also take a timeout here in this broadcast of Warrior basketball.
Want to know the difference between dreaming and doing? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a Warrior. Want to know what it means to be a Warrior? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and walk a mile in a Warrior's shoes.
We've been stuck at a 25-20 standstill almost for about 3, maybe 4 minutes. They're going to get Smith with a foul. She thought she had all ball. Comes with a shot clock down at 10. It's going to be Smith's second. .247 left to go in this first half. A successful free throw by Kasner. That breaks the scoreless streak that we had been at for quite some time. And Kasner will go 2 for 2, and it's a one-score game. Well, Bryan has never been out of striking distance at any point in this game. They actually had a lead early on. Tech has led throughout the entire second quarter, but Bryan has kept it close with them. Foy sets the screen for Whitaker. They get it to him. Little pick and pop, and Foy, they get it to her, I beg your pardon, and Foy makes it count. Foy's been making it count all game long. She's got 12 points, and she's got the mid-range jumper working. That ball was just thrown out of bounds. Katie Farrell lost her footing. Excuse me, that was Samantha Russell. Lost her footing driving through the paint and threw it into no man's land. Foy down on the baseline, missed that one. She had the jump shot working, was forced to take one there, but that time she was pretty well contested. There to recover the ball is Tori Brooks. Foy trying to stay on her as we're inside 2 minutes to play. Step back three, Kasner, she's hit 1 3 already, did not get that one. And Barton gets fouled going for the rebound. It's only the 4th team foul against Bryan. But Lauren Barton with a good battle on the boards there. Foul was called on number 24, Katie Farrell. We got 1:35 left to play in this first half. Smith gets it back. Try to go baseline. Foy on the baseline finds Smith. Shot clock down to 10. Covington, the pull-up jumper, too strong. And right into the hands of Katie Farrell. They go cross court to Farrell. Brooks sets the screen. 3 ball is no good. Only 1 3 this game for Bryan. Another offensive board. That one by Farrell. Barton almost ripped it away. Putback won't go. Another offensive board, and the basket's good. Samantha Russell finally puts it in, and a long possession results in points for the Lions. It's about a 7, maybe 8 second differential between shot clock and game clock here. Will it be Whitaker to take the shot for the Warriors? She got a one-on-one matchup here with Majors down to 5 seconds. Whitaker was trying to lob it, and we get a foul called. This will mean free throws for the Warriors, as they call that foul on number 35, Nevaeh Majors. She fouls Lauren Barton. This is Barton's second trip to the line. She has yet to make one from the line. 9.3 to go. Bryan's going to have plenty of time to get off a shot here as Barton goes 0 for 2. This is Kasner. Step back 3. No, off the side of the backboard. Barton almost turned it over, but the clock runs out. Indiana Tech with the lead, but Bryan giving them a good battle here at the Schaefer Center. Now, when we come back from our break, we'll give you the live statistics from this game. You are watching Indiana Tech basketball and the NAIA first round of the NAIA tournament. It's brought to you by SummitCitySports.com.
Hi, I'm Paxton, and I'll be your tour guide today. Behind me, we have Pearson Hall. This is one of our freshman dorms on campus. Today, I'll be showing you dorm rooms. Come inside. The only way to get into campus is if you have an ID card, so you'll have to swipe into all the dorms. And then over here, we have an intercom system. So through every dorm, we have these dial buttons within the dorm rooms and then outside. So say you're visiting somebody, you don't live here, you would dial their room number, and then you can actually call their room, and they can unlock the doors to the dorm through the intercom system, and you can talk to them. They can see you through a camera, and they can unlock the doors for you so they don't have to leave the room. It's really nice to have. So right here we just have our main lobby. Every floor has a lobby. In the lobbies we just have TVs and stuff. You can watch movies, play video games. You can hang out with friends, do homework, play card games. It's just a nice little hangout area to have. And then right here, this is what we call our RA office. So every single night there will be an RA in the office. They're just there for your needs if you have any issues with toilets or sinks or anything being clogged. They'll always be in there for your help. If you have questions about anything, you can always come see an RA here. And then over here, we have mailboxes. Every student has a mailbox. They are really small. The only thing they can fit is card-sized items. Throughout campus, you'll see our mail room when you go on your actual tour later on, and that will be in one of our other buildings where you'll receive bigger packages. All right, so here's the laundry room. So in the laundry room, you don't have to save quarters or use quarters. I know it says 25 cents, but it is included with living on campus. And then there's one on every floor and every side of floor, so there's 2 on every floor in Pearson. So every student has keys to their dorm. And then as you come in, you will see our intercom system right here that I talked about in the entranceway. So this is where you would unlock the door for visitors, talk to them. And then one really nice thing about it is there is a security guard button right there. So if you were to have somebody calling your room constantly at 5 o'clock in the morning because some student forgot their keys, you could actually press the security guard button and it will lock them in that little box that we entered into the dorm. It'll lock both the outside doors and the inside doors and call security. So it also has a nice safety measure within your room. You don't even have to leave your room for that. So it's really nice. And then as we enter in this way, you'll see this is the half of our room looks like. So there's this, and then on the other side of the suite, there's a mirrored room that looks exactly like this. The desk, the dressers, and the closets, and all of the drawers and stuff all come with. You can decorate it any way you'd like, and then mini fridges, TVs, anything like that you would bring here. And then through here we have our bathroom. So then as you come into the bathroom, you'll see that this side of the room has their own sink and toilet, and then as you come through, there's one shower shared between the 2 rooms, and then this side of the room has their own sink and toilet, and then there's the mirrored room right here. So then they share a little common space out there, and then this is the exact same stuff, and it's all the same. Here we have Calflesh. This is our other freshman dorm on campus. It is across the street from main campus. We'll be showing another freshman dorm, the laundry room, and then the hangout lobby area. Come on in. So same thing as Pearson. To get into the dorms, you have to have a swipe card that unlocks and lets you in. All right, and then we have the same intercom system as we do in Pearson, and it runs throughout all of the dorms. And then in here is the lobby area where all the students hang out. We have a TV so people can hook up Xboxes or anything like that, DVD players, you can watch movies. I know RAs put on a bunch of activities down here. They do movie nights with hot chocolate during the winter. We've done pumpkin carving, and we watch a Halloween movie, and so that's all done down here. And then it's the same thing over here. You can do some studying, you can hang out with friends, you can eat dinner if you want, and like I said, you can hang out with your RA, hang out with your friends, do homework, but follow me to the next part. So same thing as Pearson, every student has keys to their dorm. So when you first walk in, it's different than Pearson where there's no 2 mirrored room. It's just one room with 2 students. The shelves, the desk, the drawers, all of the beds and stuff all come with. And then over here, it's the same for Pearson and Calflesh. You can control the air condition and the heat for the room, not the entire dorm, which is so nice because then it's between you and your roommate, not through hundreds of people in one building. And then as we walk over here, you'll see that the sink is outside of the bathroom, which is so nice because obviously if your roommate's showering, you don't have to worry about not being able to brush your teeth or even use the sink or get a drink of water or anything like that. And then as we walk over here, you'll see only 2 roommates to 1 bathroom. And then the shelving space. And then instead of Pearson where they have closets, you would have this whole shelving space and hanger area. And then same thing as Pearson, we have the intercom system over here where you can press the security guard button, you can talk to them, and then see them through the camera. Cab-Flush also has mailboxes. They're the same size. They fit card-sized items. And again, if you have any bigger packages, we do have a mailroom on campus. So then through here, this is the laundry room. The difference between Pearson and Cab-Flush is Cab-Flush, there's only one in the whole building and it's on the first floor, whereas Pearson has them on every floor. But it is the same as they are included with living here, so you don't have to use quarters. It's free to the students. And that concludes the tour. Thanks for coming with. If you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out to your counselor. Hope to see you around campus. Go Warriors!
Indiana Tech with the lead, but Bryan giving them a good ball game, and that was largely a defensive second quarter, you might say. Bryan outscored Indiana Tech 10-9 in the quarter. For a while, we were stuck at a 25-20 lead for the Warriors. They never trailed in the second quarter, but Bryan not making things easy for them. They are running with the Warrior players when the Warriors are on offense, and Indiana Tech's doing the same with Bryan. But if this continues, we could have a fun finish in this ball game. Well, while we've got a chance, we will go ahead and give you the live stats. Leading scorer so far for Bryan is Caitlin Hennessy. She's got 8 points in the game. Destiny Kasner has 7 so far. Samantha Russell with 4. Katie Farrell with 3. And Tori Brooks with 2. For Indiana Tech, their leading scorer for this game is Erica Foy. She's got 12 points in the game. Genevieve Decker with 7. Most of that has been from the free throw line. Kyra Whitaker with 5. Taylor Covington with 3. Whitaker and Covington are the only Warriors in this game to hit 3-pointers today so far. Now, they're a combined 2 for 7 in the game. We've got a lot of basketball left to play, though. Who knows, those 2 shooters could get things going. But, like I said, the Lions have been running with the Warriors when the Warriors have had the ball for much of this game. It's a lot of man-to-man defense, not a whole lot of fancy schemes as far as defense is concerned, at least. Basically, the Warrior players are able to stay with the Bryan players. Indiana Tech Bryan has been able to stay with Indiana Tech for much of this game on the defensive side. The rebounding department so far in this game, Bryan has 22 boards. And it looks like a good part of those have been on the offensive side of the game. They've got 11 offensive rebounds for Indiana Tech. They've been able to get some offensive rebounds, but not quite as many as Bryan has. They've got 7 offensive rebounds. As far as total rebounds are concerned, they've got 17 boards total for the game. And late in that first half, it seemed like a lot of the offensive rebounds went the way of the Lions. That was an issue in the final regular season game for the Warriors. The semifinal of the WAC conference tournament. And Jessie Biggs addressed that with her players at halftime. They needed to do a better job in the rebounding department. That game was against Cornerstone. Warriors, of course, won that game by 24 points. They went on to lose to Rochester 69-66 in the WAC Conference Championship. Warriors have had just over a full week off since that game. Of course, Bryan, I do believe, has had a full week off since their last game as well. Bryan's last game goes back on February 25th, so actually they've had over a week since their last game was against Point University. An 81-64 loss for the Lions of Bryan College in Tennessee. Well, we will come right back in just a matter of moments as we get closer to the second half. Indiana Tech with the lead, but Bryan playing with them so far. You're watching Indiana Tech Warrior basketball in the NAIA tournament. It's brought to you by SummitCitySports.com.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
I decided if I was going to come to Indiana Tech, I was going to be a different kind of instructor. I was really going to focus on connecting with students, teaching the students the theory that they needed, and also the practical applications.
Very practically, what that looks like is smaller class sizes. So my class sizes are the 8 to 10 up to maybe 20. And that's backed up with, we have 18 hours of office hours every week. I'm sitting in my office waiting for students to come in to talk about anything. It doesn't just have to be with the classroom.
In the College of Engineering, we have ABET accreditation for mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, and biomedical engineering. ABET is the top accrediting board for engineering in the United States and probably in the world.
Another thing that is a very different approach at Indiana Tech, I think, that some other universities, is we try and make sure they have a lot of lab experience in the engineering department. All engineering programs are going to have laboratory courses, but in our laboratory courses we try to get them not just exposure to measurements and exposure to some of the devices that you'll be used, but I like to actually assign projects that are, realistic projects.
Those projects, this project-based learning, help students to work together in a group and be hands-on with their the material or the product that they're creating. Engineering students at Indiana Tech are, to me, stand out because I know that they've had a lot of experiences working in groups, working on projects, doing lab experiments to help them understand the material, and I think that prepares them well for industry.
First thing I'll tell a high school student is study, study, study. Get all the math you can possibly get. I honestly believe that the critical thinking skills you learn in math courses will help you with engineering courses.
The type of knowledge base that students should have coming in, they need to be problem solvers and critical thinkers. Those two things are really the essence of engineering. Regardless of flavor, they're going to need to figure out, there's a problem here, how do I solve it? And they need to think critically about that. They need to observe, listen to people, and then kick in those problem-solving skills to solve the problem.
Part of the growth of Indiana Tech has involved an increasing number of international students. So I think if we can expose students to different ideas, different cultures, again, it makes them that much more competitive in the marketplace.
In the Fort Wayne area, we have lots of large companies, BAE Systems, Fort Wayne Metals, General Motors, Raytheon, Harris Corporation, and the list goes on. We have a lot of employers that want our engineering students.
Indiana Tech, I think, continues to serve students even beyond their graduation. We really strive to keep in touch with our alumni on a personal level just to see how they're doing, but then also they want to give back to the university because of the experiences they've had here, so they want to provide opportunities for other students here as well.
Getting ready for the second half. Indiana Tech with a 3-point lead against Dayton. Winner of this game moves on to the second round of the NAIA Women's Basketball Championships. And that will be tomorrow at 7:30. Excuse me, that'll be tomorrow at 6 o'clock. Following this game, we'll have some more action at 7:30 as Briar Cliff University of Sioux City, Iowa takes on Missouri Baptist. That's Erica Foy getting to the bucket for the first points of the second half for Indiana Tech. Had a long scoring standstill, so to speak, there in the second quarter. Bryan did outscore the Warriors 10-9 in that quarter. But the Warriors start off the scoring here in the third. Here's Farrell with the dish outside to Caitlin Hennessy. Hennessy trying to cross up Covington. Tough shot, count the basket, and a foul. Caitlin Hennessy, leading scorer in the game so far for Bryan. Able to get it to a 3-point game, and she can get it even closer. Hennessy out of Athens, Tennessee, and she does complete the 3-point play. Warriors score on their first possession. The Lions score on their first. The Warriors answer. Cairo Whitaker cutting through the paint. Here's Hennessy getting the screen from Samantha Russell. Hennessy on the drive. They switch on her. They actually double team her. That's going to be traveling called against the Lions. Taylor Covington coming across the timeline. Oh, that was a tough pass. Some good defense there by number 34, Samantha Russell. Oh, Whitaker has just enough space and hits the three. Shooter's bounce. Cairo Whitaker, her second triple of the game. She and Covington were the only Warriors to hit a three there in the first half. They each hit one apiece, but Whitaker quickly gets her second three of the game. But right back on the other end, it's Samantha Russell. Bryan not going away. Whitaker going to try again. Not this time. Hennessy gets around the screen from Farrell. Hennessy lost the ball. A Worm had a chance to take it away and knocked it out. The winner of this game takes on the winner of our next game, which is between Briar Cliff and Missouri Baptist. That's Taylor Covington going to the hole. Easy bucket off the steal. Covington creates the turnover and makes good on it. Covington had been quiet as far as scoring goes, but a great defensive possession there leads to points for Covington, the freshman newcomer of the year in the WAC conference. Rebounds pulled down by Foy, but she did take a couple of steps after securing the board. Long inbound to Hennessy. Tough shot on the inside, and a foul is called. That shot taken by Russell, and looks like the foul's going to be on Worm. And now we got a technical, and I think they just gave it to Worm. There's the official announcement. Worm is charged with a technical foul, and both the technical and the personal fouls will count against her foul count. She's now got 3 fouls for the game. Samantha Russell will go to the line as the Warrior fans certainly not happy about that technical. The personal foul came first, and I think Worm might have said something after being called for the personal foul. The first free throw short. Russell's going to get another chance. This is going to be 2 shots in the ball for Bryan. Nope, they're going to let her shoot the personals as well. She goes 1 for 2 on the technicals. Russell is a senior out of Toledo Plains, Tennessee, transferred from Young Harris College. She goes 3 for 4 on this trip. And after all those free throws, it will be Bryan ball, as Caitlin Hennessy looks to put it in play. She finds Russell on the rebound, guarded by Whitaker. Russell will hand that one off to Hennessy. Hennessy behind the back. Covington's on her. Hennessy traveling the call. It's going back to the Warriors. Whitaker going down the baseline. Puts it up, wouldn't fall, and it's ripped away. Destiny Kasner with the board, and Kasner pushing down the floor. Kasner sets the screen for Molaski. Molaski through traffic, off the glass. Right there for the board is Farrell. Pulled back down by Molaski. Another long possession for the Lions. Hennessy against 2 defenders and another offensive board. Katie Farrell. The 3 ball won't fall. Battle for the board. Still loose, and Burris finally collects it for the Warriors. Covington, for a moment, she had the look. Instead goes to Foy. Foy the dish to Burris, and Burris has it roll off the iron. Hennessy. She gets fouled by Covington. Covington was going for the steal. And that's one of those things where, man-to-man defense like that, you're taught to just simply move your feet, stay with the ball handler. Try not to reach in, because that's where you get called for fouls. As Corinne Smith will take the place of Covington. Hennessy. Give it back to her. The lob inside. Russell right in front of Whitaker, and she puts it in. And it's a 2-point game. Whitaker slows down, finds Burris. Bryan has continued to hang around. Indiana Tech got baskets on their first 3 possessions, but Bryan still fighting. But Whitaker knocks down another 3. That's her 3rd of the game. Whitaker's up to 13 points. Now the second leading scorer in this game for the Warriors. That's going to be a jump ball. The arrow favors Bryan. Caitlin Hennessy will put the ball in play for the Lions. She gets it into Kasner. Kasner backing in, puts it up high over Decker. Whitaker wanted the 3. She's hit 2 this half. But Hennessy had some good defense there. Now here is Burris going down the baseline, left it short, gets it back, and the putback goes. Juliana Burris sticking with it. Junior out of Dublin, Ohio. Tori Brooks down the baseline, puts it home. Now we're going to get a whistle after the make. And Erica Foy is down, grabbing her knee. Well, that would be a huge loss if this turns out to be game ending. Let's hope that's not the case, but we're going to take an injury timeout while they look at Erica Foy.
Want to know the difference between dreaming and doing? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a Warrior. Well,
Erica Foy was able to walk off the court. mostly under her own power, and she is still standing, but the trainer will continue to look at her. Certainly hope this is not a serious injury. The fact that she's able to stand on the sideline is a good sign at this point. Now Whitaker goes down. She was knocked down by Hennessy, and Hennessy's going to be charged with a foul. Whitaker, fortunately, able to get back up. And into the game comes Katie Farrell. Lauren Barton will re-enter for the Warriors. And a timeout taken by Jesse Biggs, trying to prevent the 5-second call. So while they take a timeout, we will also take one. You're watching Warrior Basketball, brought to you by SummitCitySports.com.
Want to know the difference between dreaming and doing? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a Warrior. Want to know what?
Indiana Tech with the lead, but Bryan continuing to battle with the Warriors as we've got 4:33 left to go in this third quarter. Winner moves on to the second round of the NAIA Championship Tournament. That will take place tomorrow. In fact, tomorrow the men and women will take the court. Indiana Tech men have already won today as Whitaker fires from way downtown. I believe that's her first miss from three this half. She's hit 3 for the game so far, 2 here in the second half, but an offensive rebound. I believe it was Barton who got the board. Shot clock down to 8, though. Here's Whitaker looking for help, zips it into Barton. Barton from a tough angle, that wouldn't go. And there were red shirts all around to get that board. Getting the board there was Katie Farrell. Coming up on 4 minutes to play. Russell, the dish outside. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Blocking foul is the call. Thought they might call Brooks for that one. Looked like Barton had her feet set, but instead it's going to be Brooks at the free throw line. Erica Foy will enter the game for the Warriors. They've gotten this game as close as 2 points here in the second half. Brooks looking to get it even closer than that. Free throw rolls right off. Brooks will get it down to a 2-point game. And the Lions will call a timeout. We'll also take a timeout here in this broadcast of the NAIA tournament.
Want to know the difference between dreaming and doing? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a Warrior.
Warriors with the lead. They haven't had any double-digit leads in this game. Bryan continues to battle with them. This is a team that went 27-4 coming into this game. Burris will give that one to Smith. Kyra Whitaker has had a pretty good second half. She's hit 2 threes. Gets this one to Decker, and Decker, I thought that was going to crawl in. She was right under the basket, but Foy keeps it alive. The shot did not hit the rim, so the shot clock does not reset. It's down to 9. Burris finds Foy. Foy lost it. Smith was open, missed the shot, and a foul is called. Is it on Bryan? It is on Bryan. Katie Farrell, that came with 2 seconds on the shot clock. That is a huge break for the Warriors. That was a shot clock violation waiting to happen. But the foul gives the Warriors new life. Smith gives it to Whitaker. Burris will drive toward the paint. The floater is good. Juliana Burris had an open 3, went for the dribble drive, and got a higher percentage shot. Hennessy on the attack. I'm not sure she didn't travel. She did. The officials agreed. Can the Warriors make it back-to-back buckets late here in the third quarter? Burris will come across the timeline. She finds Whitaker. Hennessy trying to stay with Whitaker here. Whitaker's hit 2 threes this half, 3 for the game. Burris in the paint, has it blocked. Came right to Tori Brooks. I believe it was Kasner who got the block, and Brooks takes it coast to coast to pull the Lions within 2. Foy was fouled on the floor. It's only going to be the third team foul against Bryan. 2:08 to play in the third quarter. Burris will look to put it in. Smith cuts across the court. Smith going baseline. Kasner on her. Whitaker slows down, goes back outside to Smith. Burris, the 3 ball. It's good. A contested 3 it was. Didn't matter. Burris connects. That's Burris's first 3 of the ball game. She's the first Warrior besides Whitaker or Covington to hit a 3. Brooks had trouble with it on the baseline. Traveling's the call. She was kind of trying to pin the ball against her shoulder as she drove. Again, the Warriors with a chance to make it back-to-back scoring possessions. But Bryan's defense has been really good. Indiana Tech's defense has been really good. Smith wanted the catch and shoot, instead gives it up to Whitaker. Shot clock at 7. Here's Whitaker. Trying to slip it through traffic, and Bryan was all over it. They had 3 players in the paint inside the final minute of the third quarter. Hennessy slips that one inside. Hennessy has the look from downtown and hits it. Caitlin Hennessy keeping the Lions in this one. Whitaker around the screen from Foy, able to get it off to Smith. Smith's 3 doesn't fall, and now Bryan with a chance to tie or take the lead. They haven't led since the first quarter. Hennessy goes inside. That's Brooks, goes back outside. Just about a 3-second differential between shot clock and game clock. Hennessy, the dish, baseline jumper, that's short. And with the box out there was Genevieve Decker, and then Burris gets fouled. Nope, it's a jump ball. Possession arrow does favor Indiana Tech, so with 7.5 on the clock, the Warriors can get the final shot of the third quarter. Burris with 2 on the timer. Missed the shot, but Burris was fouled. It was on the shot, 0.9 seconds show. Walking down the stairs there are the players from Briar Cliff out of Sioux City, Iowa. They're set to take the court in our next game against Missouri Baptist. The free throw rolls right off the rim. Burris can still make this a three-point game. Just 0.9 seconds showing on the clock. Burris goes 1 for 2. And that's the end of the third quarter. Indiana Tech leads it by 3. Bryan trying to inch closer, but Indiana Tech has been able to keep the lead. They haven't trailed since the first quarter. Back for the fourth quarter in a moment on this broadcast of Warrior Basketball.
Tech goes by many names. Business, fine art, forensic science. Some think it's just technical. But really, tech means everything. Scholarships, internships, championships. It's professors who make time for you one-on-one. It's putting everything on the line. It can be fierce. It can be fascinating. It can be awesome. Most important, it's believing in yourself and what you have to offer the world. Because at Indiana Tech, Warriors are prepared to lead a significant life.
Ready to start the fourth quarter, 47-40. Indiana Tech with the lead against Bryan. However, Bryan has continued to battle with the Warriors all throughout this game. Bryan has not led since the first quarter. However, Bryan has come very close. A chance to cut the game down to 1 point in the third quarter. 1 for 2 from the line that time. Kasner with the three. That one wouldn't fall. It's off the hands of Russell and out of bounds, so the Warriors do take over. Covington will come down the floor. Gives it up to Worm. They find Decker on the inside. Decker puts it in, plus the foul. Destiny Kasner called for the foul, and that's her second. And Decker with a chance to complete a three-point play, which she does. Little crossover dribble there by Hennessy. Hennessy one-on-one, puts it up, yes. Decker had the and one not too long ago. There's Whitaker. She's going to let it fly, but missed the three ball. Kasner around the screen. Picked up by Covington. Kasner to her left. Left it short. Got it back. Foul is called. Looks like it's going to be on the Warriors. And that's the fifth personal against Bethany Worm, so she has fouled out of the game. She becomes the first player to do so today. Juliana Burris will come into the game. Well, Worm makes a big impact for Indiana Tech when she's on the court with her rebounding, her defense. She's capable of scoring high totals. That three ball comes up short. Decker has the board for the Warriors. Whitaker gives that one up to Burris. Foy goes down the baseline. Decker against two defenders. Finds Whitaker. Decker will set the screen for 8 seconds on the shot clock. Burris, the floater. Yes! Burris gets it to drop. Well, I've got Burris for 10 points in the game so far. A catch-and-shoot three, Torrey Brooks on the other end, and it's Decker who wins the battle on the board. Whitaker was thinking about the three. Hennessy did eventually close in on her. That was not an incredibly deep three if Decker had taken it, but it was deep enough that Decker had to make sure she had the look. The shot clock's down to 4. Covington lets it fly. She's short on the shot. Lions come up with it. 7.5 minutes to play in regulation. Hennessy looking to take Covington. Covington blocks it. Still loose. Hennessy recovers. And then Kara Whitaker almost knocked it away. She did knock it away, but she knocked it out of bounds in the process. Bryan has gotten a number of offensive rebounds in this game.
Take it back into the game for Bryan, number 25, Alyssa Molasky.
As far as rebounds go, Erica Foy has been the leading rebounder for the Warriors in this one. That's Genevieve Decker getting the board there. And for Decker, that'll be her 6th rebound of the game. Foy, the pull-up jumper. She had that working in the first half. Coming down with the board is Hennessy. Hennessy flips it down the court, and that's off the hands of Brooks. Warriors will take over. On the Bryan side, Katie Farrell has been the leading rebounder. She's got 12 boards total, 7 offensive. There's Covington with the give to Foy. Decker sets the screen. Foy feeds it to Burris. Burris lost it. That looked like it was kicked by Brooks. They did not call a kickball, and here come the the Lions of Bryan College. Not to be confused with the Flyers of Dayton University in Ohio. That's blocked by Foy. And I say Dayton because these Bryan Lions are from Dayton, Tennessee. Oh, Decker almost had that shot curl in, but she'll go to the free throw line. 6:05 to go as Decker goes to the stripe. And Decker just able to get that one to fall. A friendly roll for Genevieve Decker. Decker has made most of her hay tonight from the free throw line. She's got 9 points, 7 of them from the stripe. She's 7 for 10. Hennessy directing traffic. She's got Russell coming up, and Russell will get the feed. Go back to her on the post. Russell right over Whitaker and puts it in. Samantha Russell at 5'10" scores right over Kyra Whitaker. Taylor Covington was fouled by Alyssa Molasky, and Molasky commits her 5th foul of the game. She has fouled out. She becomes the 2nd player to foul out. Bethany Worm already fouled out for Indiana Tech. Foy right off the inbound. Book it. That's how Foy's hit most of her shots in this game. 16 points to lead all Warrior scorers. And we're going to get a timeout called by Bryan and head coach Gabe Johnson. They take a timeout. We will also take one. You're watching the NAIA basketball tournament.
Want to know the difference between dreaming and doing? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a warrior. Want to know what it means to be a warrior? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and walk a mile in a warrior's shoes.
.5:12 to go in regulation. Winner of this game moves on to the second round of the NAIA tournament, and they will face the winner of our next game between Briar Cliff University and Missouri Baptist. Briar Cliff is out of Sioux City, Iowa. Missouri Baptist out of St. Louis. High screen set by Samantha Russell. They go inside. Russell, it's blocked. Erica Foy. I believe that's Foy's third block of the game. Brooks trying to keep control. Shot clock down to 5. I don't think she knows. Long pass. Hennessy's got to get it off. She does. And she missed it. Genevieve Decker right there for the board. Here's Whitaker over to Covington. Down to 10 seconds. Feed over to Whitaker. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Whitaker in trouble. Finds Decker. Foy gets it off. Yes! With a shot clock winding down, Foy connects. And Indiana Tech has their largest lead of the game. They're up 10 points. I believe Foy now has 4 points this quarter. Decker chasing Kasner there. Backing down is Russell. Russell off the glass, no good. And Foy's there for the rebound. Oh, Burris turned her head just in time. She had Tori Brooks bearing down on her. And credit Erica Foy. Foy was pointing that out to her, making sure that Burris knew, hey, you got a defender bearing down on you. Burris down the baseline. Wild shot, won't go. Kastner across the timeline. Brooks fires a long three. It's short. Well, if Bryan were to hit a few of those, this could be a different looking ball game. But Indiana Tech been able to get stops the last few possessions. They avoid the turnover here. Decker puts it in. A possession that almost ended in disaster ends in 2 points for Decker. Hennessy on the drive. Gets by Covington but missed. And they throw it out of bounds. Foy was trying to get the ball to Covington. Instead, she turns it over. Russell will hand that one off to Kastner. Russell spots up for three. It's short. Whitaker going for the board. It's Foy who gets it instead. She got there just in time. There were two red shirts right around Foy. Foy into the paint. Flips it off the glass. It's good. Erica Foy adding to her impressive night. 20 points for the redshirt senior out of Gas City, Indiana. Timeout called by Bryan College, and we'll take it right along with them here on this broadcast of Warrior Basketball.
Want to know the difference between dreaming and doing? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a Warrior. Want to know what it means to be a Warrior? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and walk a mile in a Warrior's shoes.
62-48 in favor of Indiana Tech. Covington looked like she was going to get a steal there. She was bearing down on Hennessy. But Indiana Tech, after Bryan had put together a good battle with him, has now stretched the lead out to 12, and they get a stop here as Decker comes in for the board. Covington with a long pass to Whitaker. If the Warriors are able to hold on here, this would be a marquee win. Bryan comes in at 27-4, 23-1 in their conference. So the clock is now down to 1:50. Shot clock's down to 9. Foy will set the screen. Whitaker with 3 to shoot. Leans into the jumper. It's short. Knocked out of bounds. Bryan keeps it with 1:39 on the game clock. Indiana Tech looking to move on to face the winner of Missouri Baptist versus Briar Cliff out of Sioux City, Iowa. Missouri Baptist is out of St. Louis. You figured out what state they're in. They feed it inside. Hennessy contested. It's blocked. They're going to say last touch by Bryan. It was Decker who blocked it. I believe that's going to be Decker's second block of the game. Erica Foy's blocked 4 shots. She's the leading shot blocker for Indiana Tech in this game. She's also a 1,500 point scorer for her career. 15,000, that's the kind of stuff you do in the WNBA. Burris gets the screen from Foy. Burris leaning in, it's short, knocked around, and recovered by Bryan. The lob inside, contested shot wouldn't go. Decker gets the board and then gets fouled. It's going to be the 4th team foul against Bryan, so the Warriors are still going to be able to work some time off the clock. Tori Brooks has just fouled out of the game. It's her 5th. .1 to go as Genevieve Decker gets ready to put the ball in play.
Also for games of the Lady Lions, number 13, Marley Montgomery.
Marley Montgomery checks into the game, a senior out of Cleveland, Tennessee. Not Cleveland, Ohio, Cleveland, Tennessee. I think that might be the Cleveland that Kenny Chesney was referring to in his song, Anything But Mine. Well, we won't tell you what that song was about. As Kyra Whitaker backs it out. She's guarded by Caitlin Hennessy. And that's a foul. Looks like it's on Hennessy, and it is. Corinne Smith's going to check into the game, 39.5 seconds. Warriors have had some games where the starters have been able to make some early exits. This will go into the books as a double-digit win, unless some miraculous couple possessions allow Dayton to get within 9. That's looking less likely after that make by Whitaker. Tonight, it'll be a double-digit win for the Warriors, but it'll be a win where the starters had to remain in just about all the way through. Bryan kept it close for most of the game. There's Montgomery, gives it back to Kasner, and Kasner's 3 won't fall. Decker comes down with the board. 20 seconds to go, and now we can pretty much say that Indiana Tech is moving on to the second round. suffered a tough loss in the conference championship game against Rochester, but the Warriors will not go one and done in the NAIA tournament. They'll get to the second round and face the winner of the next game, as Missouri Baptist will get ready to take on Briar Cliff. But Indiana Tech outlasts a really good Bryan team. 27-4 were the Lions coming into this game, and the Warriors able to knock them off. Warriors, after, you might say, a long week after that loss in the conference championship game, they're able to get things together, put together a good battle with Bryan, and in the end, the Warriors close it out. Well, our Parkview Sports Medicine player of the game is going to be Erica Foy. Foy finishes this game with 20 points, had 4 blocked shots, a steal, and she finished the game with 14 rebounds, 3 on the offensive end, 11 on the defensive end. Erica Foy, your Parkview Sports Medicine player of the game. And that will do it for the first game of women's basketball here at the NAIA tournament. Not really the first game. We've had 2 games prior to this one. Missouri Baptist versus Briar Cliff coming up next in about half an hour here at the Schaefer Center. For my cameraman Ahmad Williams, this is Thad Goff. We'll see you in about, closer to 20 minutes for our next game. This broadcast is brought to you by SummitCitySports.com.